Yes. Welcome back to another stream. We're here with the player ratings, the player ratings, innit? I can't let my brain delve back into that game too hard.
You gotta do it, bro.
It's grim, man. It's grim, especially with all the missed chances. But yeah, we'll go for each player. We'll have a look, see what go on, and then we can have a speak about it, see where things went wrong.
That's it. As always, guys, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Got 50 likes already. Let's get those likes past 100. Please hit that thumbs up button for us. Just helps the fans find the channel. And make sure you are subscribed as well as we close in on 75k. That's our new target, man. So please subscribe to the channel as well. If you're going to help support the channel grow, you know what to do. Become a YouTube channel member. Link in the pinned comment there and in the description. As always, we'll go through the stats of the players, give you our ratings. Obviously, the Xtra Club as well had their say on this, man. So it's going to be pretty wild. But let's start off with Ederson getting more stick, I see today on social media. He played 90 minutes in the game, had a 92% pass accuracy, misplacing 2 passes in the game, 5 long balls, 3 successful. So his two misplaced passes were long balls, and that's it. Stats. He literally had fuck all to do, as we all can pretty much agree with. Couldn't really do much for the goal. Obviously, the ball goes straight past him, and obviously Chris Wood's there at the far post to tap it in. I mean, usually Ederson has nothing to do in games, but the other day he literally had nothing to do. He hardly touched the ball. 25 passes is quite low for Ederson. Had no saves to make, and unfortunately couldn't do anything for the goal. So just didn't really do much, to be honest with you.
People I see people still roasting him. I seen people saying that he should have saved it, and I'm like, what?
Unless they're talking about stopping the cross, so they can't be talking about saving it, man, because you can't save it. But maybe they talk about stopping the cross, maybe. I
don't know, man. I just see maybe people just hating for hating's sake, innit? I seen people roasting him, man. 2-minute excuses, Ederson. I don't know where he needs an excuse for this game. 1 shot, 1 goal. I get it. It stinks. It stinks. But in this game, I don't think Ederson could have had anything to do with it. Like
no, I don't. I've just looked at the replay of the goal again, and there's so much that's gone on before he even gets anywhere near Ederson. And obviously, he's come out to try and stop the cross, which is what he has to do. Doesn't get there, no problem. That happens, and the guy taps in at the back post. So for me, I don't know if he could have stopped the cross. Maybe he could, maybe he couldn't. But that's not the reason we drop points. For me, I'm just going to give him a 6, man. I'm going to give him a 6. Yeah,
I agree with that. I'm fine with that. Player ratings for the Xtra Club, they give him a 5.1.
Okay, maybe they think he could have done slightly better on the cross, and I've looked at the replay, and could he have done better? It's hard to say, man. I mean, it's literally the ball goes past him. It's literally on the 6-yard area, so it's not one that he 100% should be getting.
But
I don't think the option. Can get that. Yeah, I don't think he can get that, but there we go. Ederson. But yeah, getting more criticism today on social media. Let's move on then to Kyle Walker, who played another 90 minutes. And again, this is another positive for me that's coming through. Although, we'll have a look to see if he could have done better for the goal. 90 minutes played in the game, 1 block shot, 1 interception. He won 1 out of his 1 ground duels and won 1 out of his 2 aerial duels. Lost possession 17 times. 105 passes with 94 of them accurate. That's a 90% pass accuracy. 1 key pass, 5 crosses, 1 successful, 4 long balls, 2 successful, and 1 dribble attempt, which was successful. Thoughts on Kyle Walker, bro?
I thought it was good. Thought, look, this is the thing about this performance today. I'd say today, the other day. It's we played quite well. We played very well, actually. We played mint. It was just certain areas where it failed, didn't it? Like, if you actually look at the way we were playing, we looked really good. It's just we couldn't take our chances at all. Like, it was like we fully binned anything that went towards the goal, or putting any balls through to anyone who was near the goal. But that's the issue today. So I guess the play ratings will be swayed a little bit by that, because we were good as much as the result was disappointing. But Walker-wise, I thought he was good again. I think he's consistently looking good now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the goal again. Could he have done better for the goal? I think he could have done better for the goal. It's difficult because he's not marking Wood. He's marking a guy in front of him. And then obviously the ball just goes past him, and he's not realised that Wood's making that sort of that run into the penalty area. He's marking. I'm looking at it now. He's marking number 34. It's a great run from Wood. Wood actually starts ahead of Dias and ends up at the back post. So he's completely. Yeah, by the time Walker sees him, it's too late, man. So he probably could have done slightly better on the goal. But again, I think you've got to look at other things. Bernardo running out, doing a João Cancelo. Rodri not getting a tackle in. I think Laporte could have done slightly better as well. And he just switches off slightly. So I thought he played well. Could have done better for the goal. I'm going to give him a 6.8.
I was going to give him a 6.5, so similar things in it. I just stick to the 0.5s. I'm just going to give him a 6.5.
Yeah, okay. Fair dues.
I've seen a few people in the chat.
Ratings there, though.
Yeah, I've seen some people in the chat saying 6.5, 7.5, 8.
Thought he played well.
Anything around 6.5, 7, I think he's with us pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, facts. Ruben Dias played another 90 minutes. That's another positive thing that's coming from the game. All these players coming back and getting proper minutes. He made one ground duel, which was successful. He won all 3 of his aerial duels as well. 100 passes, 5 unsuccessful. That's a 95% pass accuracy. 1 cross, unsuccessful. 10 long balls, 4 of them unsuccessful. So he actually, out of his 5 misplaced passes, 4 of them were long balls. 1 shot on target, 1 shot blocked, and 1 big chance missed for Ruben Dias there as well. Defensively, I thought he was very, very solid. I'm looking at the goal. Don't really think he could have done too much about that. Obviously, Wood made the far post run. Could he have done something better on the cross? No, I don't think so. So, yeah, I think he had a good game. And
I think he had a good game.
I thought, again, didn't have too much defending to do, did he, guys? You know what I mean? So I'm not going to give him massive praise on the defensive side because he didn't really have anything to do. But when he was called into action, he did well. And, it's obviously good that he's getting back into the team. And it looks like now that Pep is keeping him in the team because he's playing games now, you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's well, he if Pep weren't to be starting him, I think there'd be massive questions asked. Mm-hmm. Like, there'd have to be a reason why. Because since he's been back, he's been good. I think he'll be in the team consistently now until he remains fit. The longer he stays fit, the longer he gives time and gets the team in. Because I ain't changing it up. I want some consistency at the back, and Ruben Dias is one that can offer that. Mm-hmm. I know he changes the rest of them around. Rating wise for Dias, my head says 8. Is 8 too high? It stinks to give someone an 8, but then we did play well, and also didn't have much defending to do. So maybe I drop it down to 7.5. I'm stuck between it.
It's difficult again because so people who are saying, "Oh, Ederson could have done better on the cross." Why are these people not saying Dias could have done the same on the cross? Because it's a similar thing. You know what I mean? The cross comes in. Can Ruben Dias get?
People love Dias. People don't love Ederson.
But it's a similar thing. If people are saying, "Oh, Ederson could have done better on the cross," then I think Dias could have done better on the cross. I think it's very similar. So I thought he played really well, and I'm going to give him a 7.2.
Yeah, I give him a 7.5. They actually will give him a 7.8.
Okay, cool. Yeah, positive stuff coming out of Ruben Dias, and hopefully he can keep it going, man. Because he's playing well at the moment. It's good to see him back into the side. Let's go over to Laporte. Got the start that we've all been asking for. 90 minutes played in the game. Missed a big chance as well. 2 clearances. Yeah, 2 clearances. And he won 1 out of his 3 ground duels and 1 out of his 4 aerial duels. Lost possession 11 times. 90% pass accuracy. 1 key pass, 2 crosses, both unsuccessful. 7 long balls, 3 successful. He also had a shot on target and a shot blocked with that big chance miss. I thought Laporte played quite well yesterday. I thought defensively done all right. Passing was on point. Unfortunately, should have scored the chance that he had 100%. He headed it straight at the goalkeeper. So that was a real shame because it's not really difficult, really, to be honest. From that direction, he just needed to get it either side of Keylor Navas, and that's in the back of the net. Unfortunately, headed it straight at the goalkeeper, which is a bit of a shame. On the goal, could he have done better? 100% he could have done better. I think he needs to take the player out of something, man. The guy just walks past
chilling it, pure chill.
It's unbelievable. Like Laporte there, it's out of everyone there. I think Bernardo's not covered himself in glory. He's done the whole Cancelo run out thing, but Laporte, the guy just absolutely runs past him. It's mad. Could you took him out for a free kick? I don't think he was booked at that point, was he? Did he get booked? No, I don't think he got booked.
I don't think he got booked.
No, could he took a foul there, just took the booking and reset? I think in that position, it's not a bad idea to just take the foul. You can get everyone back in the box, reset. You just let the guy walk past him. Poor defending, that really poor. And that's probably, him and Bernardo are probably the ones that are at fault for the goal there because they were both really poor.
Yeah, it's a shame really, isn't it? Because it's the key moments that you remember, like the key moments that matter like that. Whereas previous to that, I think he was having a good game as well. Mm-hmm. But when you look back at things like where it goes wrong, the goal is that place, and he could have done better.
For sure, yeah. Passing and all that kind of stuff, brilliant. We all know how good he is on the ball and that, and I think that you did see 100%. I think you've seen a benefit of having him in the team there, especially with the play out from the back. But you've seen the negative. If that was Ake, does that goal happen if Ake's playing in that Laporte role or in the Bernardo role? Probably not. So that's the problem. For me, what did I give Diaz? A 7.2, 7.3.
Yeah.
I think Laporte's at fault for the goal. I think give Walker a 6.8. Tricky because his overall game, he'd take that out of the game, that goal, and he played perfect. He was fine. He was mint. But unfortunately, he was really, really poor at that particular moment that cost us the goal. And therefore, it's kind of poor. So for me, I'm going to give him... it's difficult, man, because I give Ederson a 6.
I was going to give him a 6. I feel grim saying it, though.
I'll give him a 6. Goal, man. I'm going to give him... I'll just give him a 6 as well. I'll give him a 6 as well. Fuck it.
Stinks, doesn't it? It stinks because, like, before that, bro, everything's fine. Mm-hmm. Everything's absolutely fine, but, yeah. These moments. The Xtra Club gave him a 6. Okay,
cool. That's fine. There we go. Let's go on to Bernardo Silva. He played left back in the game in that sort of inverted position. 90 minutes played. Obviously scored the goal. 99 touches. He had 74 passes, 64 completed. That's an 86% pass accuracy. 1 key pass, 3 crosses, 1 successful. 11 long balls, 3 successful. Obviously, got a shot on target, shot off target. 1 dribble attempt, unsuccessful. He won 2 out of his 7 ground duels. Didn't win any of his aerial duels. Lost possession 18 times and made 1 clearance. And he made a couple of fouls there as well. Obviously, hit the strike that went in. Nice, took the lead. Happy days, always well there. Mm-hmm. But his overall game was good. But defensively on the goal, again, he's done the Yao Cancelo thing, bro. When he's sprinted to try and intercept the ball.
I'm telling you, that's a tactic. It's a tactic. It's not like a player thing. I know we call it the Yao Cancelo thing because he got dusted by it, but it's a Pep tactic, that.
I just don't get why he's doing it.
It's because it's a Pep tactic.
I know, but why? Why would you do that?
I think they rush out to try and stop that guy instantly, innit? Whereas, because bro, everyone who plays fullback does it for us. Like even though Fernandinho was doing it, you win the ball back early there, you turn and go. Like, nah, it's in the Portuguese veins, Muriel says. Yeah, maybe, mate. It is weird. But it just happens all the time, bro. It happens all the time. I don't get it.
I don't understand it at all. Why Bernardo in that position for me should just stick with his man, and Rodri's coming across. To deal with it. He doesn't need to do it, and then obviously he's completely left his man. So that means that Laporte's got to go over. That leaves us 1 down in the middle. Obviously, Laporte just lets him go past. Rodri can't touch the guy because he's in the penalty area. He'll give a penalty away if he touches him. It's just a complete mess. But again, like with so many big goals that we see conceded against this team, it's players just sprinting out of their position to try and get the ball or put pressure on. I mean, Bernardo Silva was never getting that ball. I called it an interception. He was never even going to intercept it. He was never going to get there. He was going to put pressure on, but I don't know, man. Poor for me, that. It's a bit of a dodgy one because he got the goal, but
kind of cancels itself out, innit?
Yeah, kind of messed it out a little bit. For me, rating-wise, I mean, I don't think it's as bad as Laporte's mistake because I think Laporte there should just use his brain and just take him out and give a yellow card away and have the free kick. But so I don't think it's as bad as that. He got the goal. I'm gonna give him a 6.5.
I was gonna give him a 7.5. That's too high. That's too high.
That's too high for me, bro.
He got a goal though. It kind of cancels out the fact that he shit the bed on one side of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him a 7.
A 7.
Yeah, I'll go in the middle of my brain.
Okay.
But I still, so there's a part of me that still thinks 7.5 is okay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he played well. It was just, it's unfortunate. This is what happened. I said it during the live watch along. I said, if you score 2 goals in that game, I said it at 0-0. I said, if you score 2 goals, you win the game. If you score 1, you got a risk. And that's the problem with that. You only score 1 goal. We've seen it so many times. Everton, there was another game, this Villa. You only score 1 goal, and that's it. You're done. You just did. You only need, you know what I mean? People will be like, oh, Aymeric Laporte can just stick one in the top corner. You're playing in the Premier League. Players are good. Players can just stick one in the
chances,
top.
Innit?
You have to take your chances. And unfortunately, we didn't yesterday or the other day. And that's the reason for disappointment and some maybe low ratings.
Mm-hmm. And it's annoying actually because we should be getting. That should have been a game where we win the game and we come out for it and go, right, all we need to really do is improve this bit and then we're fine and we're looking good still. This momentum. Like, it feels like a loss. It feels like we lost that game. It does not feel like we won that game.
No, we threw it away, didn't we?
Yeah. Best strong with a 5. Will you ever do anything like interviewing other fans or having other people on the stream again? Hope we both having a good day. I get we're open to all different ideas, to be fair.
One's coming up tonight, bro.
Yeah, there you go then. Easy.
Tonight, best of fun. Be there, man.
Be there, 8 p.m. Yeah, so I actually gave Bernardo a 7.8.
Yes,
I think they're focusing more on the goal side of things rather than looking at what he did for the Forest goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Let's go to Rodri then in the middle of the park. 90 minutes played. 88 passes, 8 misplaced, 1 key pass, 12 long balls, 3 unsuccessful, 2 shots off target, 1 dribble attempt which was successful, 1 big chance missed, 6 ground duels, 5-1, 4 aerial duels, 4-1, and lost possession just 9 times. Defensively, it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it's one of his best games in a long time defensively. Unfortunately, in the other end, the penalty area had 2 chances. They're putting it down as 1 big chance. I think they were both very, very good chances. Okay, maybe one was a big chance and one wasn't. I think he should do better on both of them. Failed to hit the target on both of them. So, yeah, disappointing. But his overall game, I thought defensively, good. Ran the game, ran the show. And like these defensive stats there, ground duels, aerial duels, both brilliant. So, yeah, good game from Rodri, I thought.
What about the goal?
What about it?
You've looked at everyone else for the goal.
Yeah, don't think
well, apparently I've seen people mention Rodri when it comes to the goal.
No. There's nothing he can do because he's inside the penalty area. He can't take that risk. This is what I'm saying. This is why for me, Laporte and Bernardo are way more at fault because, you know, people are saying, all right, well, Rodri can do one, but he's inside the penalty area. If he makes a mistake there, it's a penalty. That's why Laporte should just take him out and reset the whole game. I don't think there's much he can do there. The guy's running at him with speed. Look how fast the guy's running at him. And you want him to take it? Nah, not for me. I don't think he's got anything to do with it, really. So, no, not for me.
Okay. People saying that he got floored, that it should have been a foul. Guy got quick scoped.
I don't think it's a foul. No, not a foul for me.
Rodri got bodied.
He got bodied.
That's funny, that.
He got bodied, but no foul for me. Not in my opinion.
Yeah, I thought Rodri was good in the game as well. Like I say, he's had a dodgy time since the turn of the World Cup. He's been very inconsistent. But this is a game where I thought he was good. I genuinely thought he had a good game.
Yeah, me too. I mean, rating-wise, probably one of the highest ratings of the day for me. I'm going to give him a 7.5. I'm
going to give him a 7.5.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
Actually, give him a 7.
Mm-hmm. Just a shame he couldn't direct any of his headers on target because he did have a couple that he probably should have done a little bit better with. Let's stick with the midfield then. Let's go to Ilkay Gundogan, who played 90 minutes again. 40 passes, misplaced 11. That's a 73% pass accuracy. 1 key pass, 3 crosses, 1 successful, 2 long balls, 1 successful. Shot on target, shot off target, and 1 shot blocked. He also hit the woodwork as well. He won 1 out of his 3 ground duels and won 1 out of his 2 aerial duels. Made 1 interception and got dribbled past once. Thought it was all right. Thought he had a good game. Not one of his best games in the world. Not one of his worst games in the world. Just pretty standard. Got unlucky with the free kick. And just all right game, I thought, from Gundogan. I thought he played quite well.
I thought it was all right as well. Now, just spoiler alert, I'm looking at the Xtra Club rating. They give it a 5.9. I think that's heavy for Gundogan. I thought it was all right, mate.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
I don't think he did anything wrong for the goal. I don't think so. I can't remember.
No, he didn't do anything wrong for the goal. He's pressing.
Hit the crossbar on a free kick. Other than that, looked decent. Because our all-round game was good, like passing it about and that. And he's always massively involved in that side of things. So, I don't know, man. But yeah, I think the Xtra Club have high standards. Yeah, we all believe that is it. Yeah, they've given Gundo a 5.9, and I think that's a bit harsh. I think that's a bit harsh. I think he was all right.
Yeah, me too. I agree.
What do you think for player rating?
I'd give him, I think, less than Rodri.
Yeah,
so I give Rodri a 7.5. So I give him like a 7.3, I think.
Yeah, I can go with that because I didn't want a full 7.5 again. I can agree with that. Like I say, I think he was fine.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
And what was the X Club again?
5.9. Which I think is grim, man.
That's
a bit heavy. That's a bit heavy. That.
Should we do Kevin De Bruyne?
Yeah.
Okay, Kevin De Bruyne. 88 minutes played, 74 touches, 47 passes with an 81% pass accuracy, 4 key passes, 8 crosses, 5 successful, 2 long balls, 1 successful, 2 big chances created, 1 shot on target, 5 shots off target, 1 shot blocked, 5 dribbles, 4 unsuccessful, 9 ground duels, 6 successful. And that's pretty much it from Kevin De Bruyne. What do you make of that, bro?
Stinks. Probably one of the worst games I've seen Kev for a long time. A long time. I thought it was shit, man. I say it all the time, but he seems out of sync. Sometimes, man, he seems out of sync. Like he'll be going for like a 1-2 or something, but then like the other player won't be running. And like, what are you doing? Like the situations where I just think he ain't on it. Like, and yesterday was just bad, man. Yesterday was bad. He scored a great goal against Arsenal. But this game, nothing was going right for him. He looked frustrated from the first minute. Like he didn't look like he was having. He doesn't look like he's having a good time, innit? So I'm surprised he gets picked. You know what I mean? He's eating pure angry meals, Kev. I'm telling you, no happy meal FC for him. He's fuming 24/7, bro. So then I don't know. He just looks frustrated for me. And to be fair, his game was frustrating for probably himself and for other people. I just thought he didn't have a good game, and all his shots, bro, were dead.
His shots were poor. However, the Laporte header, that was a Kevin De Bruyne cross.
Oh yeah, from the corner. Yeah.
The first Rodri header, that was a Kevin De Bruyne cross.
Yeah. This is the thing, right? This is the thing. So as much as he had a poor game, he still could have come away with assists had we been
people done the job.
Yeah, done the job up front. Then his game doesn't look as bad. But other than that, because no one put away anything that he put forward, then on the whole of it was just a bad, frustrating night for him. I just thought he didn't have a good game.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a weird one for Kevin De Bruyne there because he did create chances, but his shots were poor, which was a bit disappointing. I'm gonna give him a 7.
I'm gonna give him a 6. I give him a 6. They actually give him a 4.7. Actually go in full roast mode. By the way, they've got 4.7, and 2 people gave him a 10. And it clearly wasn't a 10. Like, someone always gives players a 10, by the way, but we allow it because it will, but it balances itself out.
The reason I've given a 7, some people saying it's kind of high, is because Laporte should score that goal. He should score that goal, so that's an assist straight away. Rodri should hit the target, and with the pace on the ball, that should be a goal. So for me, I'm looking at it going, he should have had at least 1 assist, possibly 2. His shots were poor. Thought, yeah, overall game not the best, but at the end of the day, people say, what's Haaland in there? Haaland's in there to score goals. What's Kevin De Bruyne? He's in there to create goals. And despite his performance being not the best, he still created chances that players didn't take, and that's their fault. So I get it. His overall performance maybe didn't warrant a 7, but at the end of the day, he'd done his job. He comes away from that saying, I did my fucking job. I created the chances for you guys, and you didn't fucking put it in the back of the net. So maybe it's a bit high. Maybe not,
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I just think people know he can do better on levels as well. Like, as much as he did create chances, he does walk away from it and say, yeah, I created chances, you lot didn't put it away. I think there was just times in like the build-up play where he was passing was a little bit arse at times.
I think as well, people have also got to understand, I think what people need to recognise is expectation on Kevin De Bruyne is so high. So people look at his performance and go, oh, no, not good. Well, actually, if his name wasn't Kevin De Bruyne, if his name was Cole Palmer, everyone would be going, oh, fucking mint, mate. He was involved in everything. Created chances, no one scored. Had confidence in shooting. His confidence was his shots were a little bit off, but had the confidence to do it. Great performance. Because his name's Kevin De Bruyne, everyone's like, if he doesn't score goals or he doesn't get assists, and maybe does a little bit dodgy shots or something like that, then everyone's like, oh, bad performance. But you know, it is what it is. He always bit of a debate all going on about Kevin De Bruyne's performances, but there you go. Big up Masson, by the way, with a super chat. Says, I disagree. Kev was typical Kev. His performances are fine. Fine line performance. If he scores one or someone else does from his cross, we will be praising it. That's exactly what I just said. That's exactly what I just said. Bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's just one of the things that if that happens, and a lot of people will 100% be rating Kev a lot better. I mean, maybe even me. It's just that's the way it is.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? If Laporte scores that header, which 2-0 at that point, we win the game. No one's giving Kevin De Bruyne a 4.5. No one's giving him a 6.
Nah.
Regardless of even if he done exactly the same, it's because another assist for Kev. Because they didn't score it on the other end. Obviously, people just give him a lower rating, man. So I'm with you, Masson, bro. I agree, bro. Let's go into the wingers then. Let's start off with Phil Foden, man. Because it's a bit of a weird game for Phil Foden. Let me go through his stats and we can have a chat about it, yeah? So 89 minutes played in the game, 1 shot on target, 10 dribble attempts, 5 successful. He had an 85% pass accuracy from 72 passes, 2 key passes, 7 crosses, 2 successful, 3 long balls, 2 successful, 12 ground duels, 7 successful. Didn't win his only aerial duel. Lost possession 22 times and got fouled twice. I'm going to be real with you. I think that was Phil Foden's best performance in a very, very long time. I thought he was energetic. He got on the ball. He was moving with the ball quickly. He wasn't just passing it back to Walker, which he has been doing when he's on the other side, passing it back to Ake, whatever. He was trying to take players on. He was trying to make things happen. And in that sort of sense, that was brilliant. He looked a little bit rusty in terms of final ball distribution, but that's to be expected. He's not played a lot of football recently. And of course, he had a massive chance where he should have scored / passed the ball to Haaland for a tap in and he fell over. Shit happens. He fell over. It is what it is. But I've got to say, I thought the way that he was running around, getting on the ball, trying to make things happen, that's what we've not seen from Phil Foden in a long, long time. I'm happy with his performance. Okay, he did better, but in terms of his, maybe not happy with his performance, maybe I'm happy with what he was trying to do and trying to get involved. His performance maybe could have been improved.
Yeah, but for someone who's only just come back, he's literally only just come back. I think they look good. Jean or Jean says he looks selfish, but he's getting the ball, turning on it, and trying to run at a man. Like every time they're playing the ball out to him, he's opening his body up and driving at a man, which I like. I like that from Phil. Now he could have definitely done better, and the pass. The pass that he didn't make for Haaland, it's one of the ones where you look back at and go, if he makes that pass, it's a different game. Just like how you look at Laporte or Rodri and say, if they score the header, it's a different game. It's grim because it's a very easy pass for him to make, and he ends up just not getting anything off it because he just falls over the ball. But other than that, I liked having Phil Foden in this side. I can't remember at any point thinking of Phil Foden as being a negative impact on this side, and it's not working. And other times where we've seen him when he's just been coming back from injury and he's not looked very good. But this time, I thought he looked good.
I thought he did. I think his that decision making will just improve the more minutes he played. So Yeah, it's a bit disappointing in the end because I thought he did play well and I like that energetic Foden. We've not seen that for so long.
Yeah.
So too many games recently Phil Foden plays in, and he's just not done anything.
Yeah, ghosting, innit? Ghosting the way through it.
Yeah, he just ghosts in the game, does fuck all. He don't take a man on, don't put crosses in. He just gets the ball and passes it back to Ake, does nothing. The other day, he got the ball and he tried to make things happen. And people will say, oh, he's greedy. That's because he's not a Mahrez. You know what I mean? He will try and take players on. He will try and have shots. That's Phil Foden. If you don't like that, then you don't like Phil Foden because that's what he's done all his career. So I think it was great. I think it's a positive sign. And it's just a shame he looked a little bit rusty with his final delivery and shots and that kind of stuff because that's probably in the end what kind of let him down a little bit. But look, much to be looking forward to with that. Will he continue to play right wing? I think he will because I just think he's miles better on that right wing.
I like him on that side, yeah.
Well, we proved it in the watch along. Look at the goal. If you don't believe, I'm not going to go for the stats thing because I'll be asked. If you don't believe he's better on the right wing, go and have a look at his stats. His stat is so much more clinical when it's on that right side. More goals, more assists, by far, when it's on that right-hand side. So I think he needs to be there. Grealish is in good form at the moment on the left. So just rotate between Foden and Mahrez where Pep Guardiola sees fit. Rating then for Phil Foden, for me, I'm gonna give him a 6.9.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him a 7. I think had he made that pass, it would be different. Had he made that pass, but I think it's positive signs. It's positive signs, man. Which is good. Foden for the Xtra Club, he got a 6.2.
Okay, I can understand why.
I get it. Because when you come away from the game, he's got one of the memorable moments that were missed.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Let's go for Jack Grealish now on the other side. Played 90 minutes in the game. Another assist for Jack Grealish. Did really well. I've seen some people actually say, no, he didn't really do anything though. He just passed it. Well, first of all, he held the ball for a very long time, waiting to make that correct decision. And then the assist was he paid a nice ball into Bernardo. So
yeah, he did.
People trying to play down the assist.
People playing down an assist. Is that what happens nowadays? We play down assists.
Unfortunately.
Fucking hell.
I disagree. I think he does do quite a lot. I'm gonna watch it again now. I'm gonna watch it again. Right, so let me have a look.
Guy holds the ball up, waits for the gap, sees Bernardo.
Yeah, so the ball comes out from the corner. Phil Foden with the corner. It comes out to him at the back post. He gets the ball. He could have just put the ball back in. No, he gets inside the box, takes it back out, holds the ball. He's still got the ball. Then he plays the ball into Bernardo. I think people are just being harsh, man. You know what I mean? What we're doing now, rating assists. Oh, nah, he got an assist, but he didn't really. It's an assist.
He got an assist, but he don't count because it was a shit one. Because it was too easy, that assist. So that assist just doesn't count anymore.
Most players would have just whipped that ball straight into the box for another cross. But he didn't. He was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and hold the ball and try and pick a better pass. And that's what he did. Anyway, let's go through his stats then. He had 2 shots blocked, 2 dribble attempts, both successful, 28 passes, 89% pass accuracy, 5 key passes, 2 crosses, both unsuccessful, 1 long ball successful. Ground duels, he won 7 out of 9, and he didn't win any of his 2 aerial duels. He got fouled 5 times in the game there as well. I thought he played well. I thought it was another good game from Jack Grealish. Well, yeah. Could he done slightly better, like on certain things, maybe, but a lot of players could. But yeah, again, I probably say he's probably one of our better performers from the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Genuinely, I think Grealish on a mad period at the moment because he's found where he sits within the team and he's giving consistent good performances, and that's something that we've asked for him for ages. It was the consistency where it lacked because you was getting like one-off good performances from him, whereas now he's getting good performances week in, week out. Mm-hmm. And I rate that. He deserves to play in this team with the way that he's playing. Mm-hmm. So I'm fine for him holding down that left-hand side.
My thing then is, I've got to think out Rodri is my man of the match so far. Was he better than Rodri?
Rodri's my man of the match.
You're going to give it Rodri?
On the whole of it, Rodri was my man of the match. So I can't really. I'm gonna give Jack a 7 because I think I gave Rodri a 7.5. And I have to botch the stats to make it Rodri be man of the match because I believe Rodri was my man of the match. I have to like alternate everything else to that.
I'm difficult. I don't want to sit on the fence, so I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm going to give Jack Grealish a 7.6.
Oh,
I'm gonna give him
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it him, man. I'm gonna give him the man of the match. So for me, Jack Grealish 7.6, and I think that will be the man of the match for me.
Yeah, I like that. I could give Rodri an 8 and then give Grealish a 7.5. But Rodri can't be man of the match missing 2 big chances. He also did a lot more than that in the game, and he looked good in that game, Rodri. Mm-hmm. Who's next then? Oh wait, Xtra Club gave Grealish a 7.9.
Oh,
go on the Xtra Club lads.
So is that the man of the match for the Xtra Club as well?
I think so.
Don't recall you saying any 8s.
No 8s, no 8s.
So boom, man of the match for in the Xtra Club there as well. Then let's go through Erling Haaland. 90 minutes played, XG is 0.73. 2 shots off target, 2 dribble attempts, 1 successful. Hit the woodwork. 2 big chances missed. 8 passes, 80% pass accuracy. 4 ground duels, 1-1. Didn't win any of his aerial duels there as well. Not great from Haaland, unfortunately. He's in the game to score goals, and he didn't score the goals, and the chance was there for him. So
I said it during the watch long. Only Man City could go get the best, most clinical striker in world football, and that guy then missed like big chances, 2 big chances in a game where we need goals. Like, Haaland didn't have a good game. The dive that people are talking about, where it doesn't class as a dive because obviously he does get contact, and you said this good the other day is. The only person who knows if that's enough contact for him to go down is Erling Haaland, especially with the pace of the game. But it does look like he shouldn't have gone down on the face of it, personally. But I don't think that was Haaland's best of games. He had 2 chances in the space of like one little bit, didn't he? The first one gets blocked, and then the second one he sends sends into orbit. I don't think it was a good game because at the end of the day, bro, he has had the ball on a plate from in that game to score.
Yeah. And no, I completely agree.
That's his job, bro. That's his one job first and foremost is just score goals.
Yeah, they're both pretty bad misses. they're both bad. Even the first one, like he gets it all wrong. He hits it into the ground, man. It's a poor finish, and unfortunately, his job is to score goals. It was 1-0 at the time. If he scores that, it's game over. We win the game. And he didn't. He missed. So bad day at the office for Haaland. No problems. It happens. And it will happen again.
Yeah.
Rating for me, I'm going to give him a 3.
So heavy. I was going to give him a 5. I was going to almost at a 5.
The way I see it, he missed 2 big chances, both big chances that he should score, and then he's also gone down soft when he probably should stay on his feet. So I've got to give him a 3, man. I'm gonna be real. That's what I think, Ray.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give him a 5. The Edge could give him a 5.2.
And Twine Rope said base 6 minus 1.5 for big chance missed.
Hey, yo, that's good. That I like that. Leave him on a 4.5.
Oh, 55 said you're the tie, bro. You're tie, bro, from Arsenal Fan TV.
Cheers, mate. I don't know why.
Well, because they just said it's a bit of a high rating, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna go.
What? Because 5 is a high rating. It's 5. 5 shit.
Nah, 5's not shit. 5's just a little bit lower than average. 5's not a shit rating.
Yeah,
3's a shit rating.
I'll
what did the Xtra Club give him?
5.2.
Yeah, not for me. Right, who else played in this game then? Who come off the bench, man? We had many subs. We had Ake in the 89th minute, and Julian Alvarez in the 88th minute. That we can't really speak about it because it was on the pitch for no time, and it was 1-1 at the time. Pep Guardiola, what do you reckon?
I mean, someone said this in the stream, and Pep Guardiola put a side out there that should have gone and scored 5 goals.
Yeah.
That team should, because they're massive chances, should have scored 5 goals. I think The only thing that you could say about Pep is he should have brought Ake on early, but also what you can say is Pep can be sat there saying this should have already been in the bag. This should already be in the bag. Like, I just think, yeah, he could have made subs earlier, but at the same time, it was a team that was creating chances. And you know what Pep's like? If he likes the way the team's playing, he keeps everyone on most of the time because he doesn't want to disrupt the flow. I thought who did he take off for Ake? Was it Foden?
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit weird that. I got it, but I just thought it was weird. Because obviously, like we both agreed that we thought Foden was playing well. But other than the subs, which were weird, I'm absolutely fine with Pep. I think the team played well and they should have scored. So it looks bad on Pep on like when you come away from the game, or if you didn't watch it, then just look at the result. But we had chances.
Yes, look, the team they put out there, you know, if the game ends right at like 80th minute, we're all giving Pep Guardiola a 10 and say, "Oh my God, he played Bernardo in a risky game and it's come off well done." Then people say, why did he not take Bernardo off? With 10 minutes to go, take Bernardo off, go back to a flat back four with Ake, and then just see the game out.
Game management.
I understand, game management, which is what Cronenberg's saying in the chat there. I understand that shout 100%. But you would then potentially invite more pressure. Maybe not that much more, but you would potentially do it. I happen to, having slept on it, I happen to agree that maybe that is what he should have done. However, at the end of the day, you've still got a mistake by Bernardo. I'm calling that a mistake. In running out, sprinting to the guy when he doesn't need to. You've still got a mistake in Laporte. I'm calling that a mistake. In my view, he should take a tactical foul and reset. In my opinion, people disagree with that. So that's another mistake. That's two mistakes. Walker switches off at the back post. So that's another mistake. There's three mistakes there. Yeah, I mean, and two of them are from standard defenders, Walker and Laporte. So yes, you can argue and say his job is to see the game out. And even, yes, he put out a team that should have been 5-0 up, but it wasn't 5-0 up. It was 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go. Therefore, he should have changed the team to make sure the team can see it out. I get that 100%. But at the end of the day, there are still mistakes there from other players that still would have been on that football pitch. So it's a difficult one to rate because I understand why people are saying he should have brought Ake on at 1-0. I do understand.
I said this in the watch time stream. I could genuinely understand the why people were happy with the way that he ran it, or people wanted him to bring on Ake. I get it. I full get it.
I'm gonna give him a 7.
I think that's fair. I think 7's fair. They actually give him 7.2 as well. I think that's fair. I think because I can't like. Megan in the chat's put a 4. I can't give him a 4 in it, like, because I get that the team should have scored more goals. The team that he put out there should have won that game. Like, we had the chances.
They should, yeah. So they should have done that, and they should have been 4-0 up. But then, what people are then saying is,
but we weren't 4-0 up. And then as it got to the end of the game, then he should have. Then he needs to put on Ake. And I agree with
that's
that.
What people.
No. We had this whole thing yesterday at the end of the watch time. I completely agree with it.
But that's why people are giving him low ratings. They feel that he should have done that, innit?
Yeah, I get it. But personally, for me, I don't think it should be like a 4 kind of situation. But I think 7's pretty fair.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Of course, like I said, I wouldn't personally play Bernardo away from home. At left back, I think that's a risky move. I would have started Ake in away games. I'd only play him at home games against mid-table teams and teams at the bottom. But he went for it, and it paid off, to be fair. But I'm just unfortunate we didn't have our shooting boots on. So there we go. There are your player ratings.
It's a weird one. Yeah, it's crazy at the amount of like football stories change, isn't it? Like I got asked after we beat Arsenal if. Do I think this is it now? City won the league, and I was like, no. I was like, we are far from it because there's so many different things that can happen from now until the end of the season. Like football is just wild. Like 4 weeks ago, we weren't even in the talk of a title race, whereas now we're in the conversation at least. We've been top for a couple of days, which was nice, wasn't it? Nice little top of the league 4 days or whatever it was. But yeah, now obviously we go again, and we have to hope that Arsenal drop points. United have firmly put themselves back into the hat, so we will be looking over our shoulder at them, because we can't afford to drop points, man. We can't afford to be dropping points. You know what's annoying as well? Do you remember after when we was looking towards the Arsenal game? After that, you said we've got 2 winnable games in Forest and Bournemouth coming up. We need to get them games in the bag, and yeah, it's annoying that didn't happen. And obviously now we've got to go away at Bournemouth, and I imagine they'll try and replicate what Forest did.
Well, I think they'd be dumb not to, you know. They got to look at Forest and go, okay, yeah, they got Forest. Let's be honest, Forest fucking got lucky as hell in that game. Right?
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
But that is, for me, the way that you've got to play against City. You've got to defend for your lives, block the spaces, and hope that City have an off day. Because what else can you do? What you want to clash? You want to go man for man. You want to attack us. You want to leave space. Be our guest. You know what I mean? Teams that do that usually, and that's what, funny enough, that's what Bournemouth usually used to do.
Yeah.
And the game usually ended up about 4 or 5-0. So it's going to be interesting to see how they approach it. But it's going to be another one where, you know, Arsenal are going to be playing before us, and we've got to play at 5:30 away from home, and Bournemouth will be right up for it. You know, I think they won, didn't they? They beat Wolves, obviously, a huge win there. But we just got to keep going, and fingers crossed that we can start getting some dubs, man, because otherwise this title will end rapid for us.
Who's Arsenal's next game? Leicester.
Leicester away.
That's going to be interesting to see that. Interesting to see.
Yeah, man. Big up Paratosh with the super chat, says we should find a way to get Alvarez at least in 60 minutes. If we are not playing him from the start, we can't expect him to click right away when we need him. I agree, bro. But then again, he should. You're right. He shouldn't be coming on with 2 minutes to go and say, "Go and get us a goal, lad." That's just
no, it's not going to.
It's just not going to happen. Andy says, "Roll on Leipzig." That's it, man. That's it. Big game coming up. Obviously, huge football match on Wednesday. City taking on Leipzig. Massive game. These are a good side. And we could.
Leipzig could beat us, you know. But we got to be at the races to beat Leipzig. They're a very, very good side. They've had. I mean, they've been slamming this year. They had 18 games unbeaten or something like that. Was that the run that they went?
They were on 18.
But they did get beaten by Union Berlin recently. Abubakar with a 4 months said, "Can't believe people have said well done Forest, good defending, blah blah, when we should have scored like 4 to 5. Need to bench KDB right now as well." There's a lot of people calling for Kev to get benched, but then there's also another thing of you look at it and he did create some chances. What we just missed in that game.
I've seen he created 3 chances, which on another day would have been back in the net.
So it is a weird one. But yeah, as if we go from Forest into Leipzig.
Yeah, we've got to get ourselves up for it, man. The good thing about Leipzig is they're not going to. I doubt that they're going to sit on the edge of the penalty area. But the thing is, they'll be good. So when I just said then about Bournemouth, what you're going to open up and clash with us. If you do that, you'll probably get beat, which they would do. Leipzig can open up. That'll be good for us because it'll give us space. But they can also hurt us. Yeah. So it's not one of them where, just because they're going to open up, that's going to be good. It's like Arsenal fans before the City game were saying, we're going to play against City, they'll open up, that's going to be good for us. Yeah, but City have got the quality to play that game and solve Leipzig when we play against them. So it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's going to be end-to-end. I think there could be some goals in it as well. It could be interesting. Obviously, we'll bring you a lot more on that tonight and tomorrow in the build-up there. It's going to be a mad one. But yeah, disappointment at Forest. 1-1 draw. City cannot get a run going for the life of them, can they? We just can't get a run.
I mean, unbeaten run, so unbeaten run.
And you know what, bro? If we beat Bournemouth, then that's something that you might end up saying is that okay, we're on a 4-match unbeaten streak. You know, that's not bad. You know what I mean? But you know, we've got to be getting the points. Draws are no good for us right now, so that's where we're at.
Yeah, that's it.
Buzzing. Hopefully, guys enjoyed that. We are live tonight, 8 p.m. It's going to be a madness. I've got a huge panel on the show again, man. You know what I mean? So make sure you come and join us. It's going to be a good one. We'll speak more about the Forest game. Get where people's heads at with this. You know, are we good enough to win this Premier League? And then we will turn our attention towards the Leipzig game. So don't miss it. 8 p.m. tonight. It's going to be a mad one. Big up all the guys that are coming on the show tonight. And smash a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'll see you in the next one. See you later, guys.
See you bits.